Yeah, in a way. We're at an event for a photo right now, so that's why we're not taking any. But it's like, since it's a big deal, we want you all to enjoy it too. The descendants and ancestors of the noble master are buried in the mausoleum, among the tombs that you saw. Right now, we are continuing. Of course, this is not quite like what we have. It's not in the Turkish style. It's made in a somewhat different style. The decorations and other elements as well. Because, God willing, if we get the chance, there is a mosque. In the mosques, they wrote out the entire Quran with these decorations. Several thousand years old. A mosque. Of course, we also pray to Allah about this. Look, the area around it is still a cemetery. I don't know if we need to be buried in this cemetery too. These are graves from the time of Apak Koja. Their graves are completely different. Take a look. These are graves from the ancient Apak Koja era. These are considered to be graves. But at the base, there is a mausoleum. There are similar mausoleums in Bukhara as well. For example, after someone dies, if after some time another person from their descendants passes away, they move the bones of the previous person to the side and place the new person in that spot. Such graves are called mausoleums. These are multi-use mausoleums. Here are the graves. And this is the place we saw earlier. There are also some other kinds of places here. I don't know what this is. Maybe it's a mosque or a dome. There's really no one here to explain what this is. We're just looking around on our own. Please pay close attention. The crescent on top has been removed. I don't know why. What's the reason? This? What kind of place is this? This is the Ashtarkan Garden, the Ashtarkan tourist spot of Kashgar. Of course, we'll continue. The places where Bulburhim Mashrab set foot, just like a poem. Exactly this place. Now I'll go out and check out the dome on this side. I'll show it to you all. It's really beautiful. Even the shapes of the trees are beautifully designed. A child is playing around. Paying attention to historical monuments should be a trait not only of the Chinese, but of us as well. I've also been on the roads of Afghanistan. They also paid attention to the graves of Bulbo and Bayrak Hazrat. Of course, they also took care of the graves of Bulber and Masharaf. What do you notice at the top of the mound? There's nothing there, no sign or information. I don't know what's written anywhere. This is an ancient city. A horse stable. A horse stable. Don't you understand? What does it mean? A horse stable. A meditation room. A meditation room. They sit, pray, and spend time in seclusion. We call it Chilla. 40 days spent there to purify religious faith and focus on spiritual matters. The place for those 40 days is called the Chilla room here. After doing that, what's over here? Yes, it's known. Don't you know? A mosque. A mosque. So, that's a mosque. And I guess the one on the other side is also a mosque. An old mosque. You said that inside that building, the descendants of the white-clad Khoja are buried. Is that right? Their relatives and so on. Yes, that's right. So, what does Ashta say? He says it's a horse stable. He calls it a horse stable. What is this place of theirs? We call it an old Chilla room. The disciples or others used to do their spiritual retreats here. They would spend 40 days, 30 days in retreat. We need to go inside here. We can't go in, I don't know. It's ancient, really ancient. A Chilla room. You could call it a place of worship. In Turkestan, Ahmad Yasawi also had Chilla rooms just like this, and apparently, this white Khwaja also had Chilla rooms. Bismillahir-Rahman. See, there aren't any lighting devices here at all. That's why I sent the phone to the air conditioner. So this is the Chilla room. Listen to the echo. It's possible that in a place like this, they recited Talbiyah, did Dagr, and worshipped. The disciples of the white Khwaja did their Chilla here. When doing Chilla, of course, they mostly recited Talbiyah, did Dagr, and said many other things as well. The meaning of this, of course, is considered to be cleansing one's inner self. During Chilla, they would sit for 40 days straight. There were also 7-day versions, and there were 40-day versions as well. I've also heard that there were year-long versions. It's possible that right here, Bobra Himishrap also served under Apak Khoja. Here, those who stayed as murids were served by attendants. You are in ancient Turkestan. We are in the Ashtarkan garden of Old Kashgar. It wouldn't be right to come here and leave without seeing the mosque. Now, we've seen the Chilakana. So, this is the Chilakana. Ya Allahu, Ya Allah, there is no truth but you. They start by saying Ya Allah, and that's what they call zikr. And it's also called the dance of the samovar, or just the dance. Ahmad Yasawi often mentions these things in his wisdoms. And this here is the cemetery. At least, let's say a prayer for them, even if it's just from behind the fence. The poplars are beautiful. And this is another mosque next to it. They call it the Joan Mosque. The mosque was built in 1873. The mosque is also big, a place where a lot of people can fit. Of course, there's no one here. I wonder what it's like here. The mosque is really big. They've written Safe Road here. Is the mosque open, I wonder? I don't understand. Its columns are very old. They call this Vasa chop. In ancient times, roofs were covered with this Vasa. We also have mosques with roofs covered with that same Vasa chop. In Roida. In the village of Rohid, the mosques built by Isajan Hoji are also covered with Vasa chop. It's still functioning today. In the city of Namangan, in the village of Rohid. Well, dear friends, our journey is coming to an end. They call this Shamshad, but for us it was called Shiner. It's connected. Interesting, huh? It's connected. We call it Sada, because it's so rich in birds. There are always snakes in the Sada. Stay healthy, everyone. Now even our equipment has overheated. It's a hot day. We're in the Ashtarkan garden of Kashgar. We're in the land where the ancient white-clad masters lived.